I'm going to fix this. I'm not going to spend any more money on this. I'm going to fix this. Okay, so we are outside the Home Depot, which means I am vlogging in the wild. I don't know how people do this. It makes me feel so weird. But anyways, earthquake footage. Anyways, I have to go into Home Depot. I have to get 1/2-inch plywood, 1/4-inch plywood, and another clamp. I try to buy a clamp like every time I come, if I can, because I need clamps. So we are going to make a second drawer for our other cabinet for baking sheets. I need 1/2-inch plywood, 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch. There's too many choices. Okay, so I have to say that these drawers cost about $100. I should have probably just bought the bottom drawer for $100 because I'm pretty sure the wood that I got and stuff, the only thing that I bought that I didn't really need for this project were the clamps. And I bought myself 4 clamps so because they were in a package and they were on sale. But those were like $30 and my bill was like $134. So, you know, if you take the clamps off of there, I'm going to pay $104. Like, I might as well just buy it from Amazon. So maybe it's still cheaper because you can't find one with the high sides for baking sheets. I don't know. I also just like making stuff for my house. I feel really accomplished. So, you know, whatever. Okay, so we're back home. I do have some different wood. The drawer is gonna be built out of 1/2-inch plywood, and then I got 1/4-inch plywood to use as my dividers. The sides from the drawer are gonna be higher so that the baking sheets can lean against them. But everything else is gonna be the same. The spacers are the same. The way I mount the drawer is the same. I just have to build the box a little differently. I have my dimensions, and that's really all I need because everything else I've already done before, so it's fine. It was, in fact, not fine. None of this was fine. I started here by measuring the bottom of the drawer to what I thought was the correct measurements. Now, this was the first time that I've ever used my router like this to put divots into the wood, and I'm not exactly sure what these are called. Some people, are they dados? So people use dado blades on their table saw. But anyways, I put some divots into the wood so that I could slide the dividing drawers in there. So I took my router bit and I placed it up against the wood to measure and make sure that my bit was in the right place so that it didn't cut all the way through the wood. I then cut the wood down to what I thought was the correct dimensions, but you know. I decided that I wanted to use the leftover wood from the bottom piece, which is a 1/2 inch of plywood. And I wanted to use those as my sides because they were larger than the wood that I had originally bought for the sides of the project. And I thought that the baking sheets would stand up better against higher sides. I was able to use my router again in a way that I haven't used it yet, which was to round over the sides and then use a round over bit. A lesson I learned here is that round over plywood does not look great. I chopped down the front and the back pieces of my wood, and right here is where the majority of this went wrong because I thought that maybe I could fit it into a different cabinet, but it won't matter in the end. Here is where you can see that little line where it says shelf right here? Right here. Yeah, I was supposed to cut that off. I cut my dividers down to the correct size, and then which also should have been a clue because the depth of my cabinets are 22.5 inches, and I cut the dividers to 22 3/8 of an inch. The divider should not be that long. The drawer should be 22.5 inches. The divider should be way shorter than that. I used a pan to trace the curve and round over my edges. Here I'm just showing you the difference between rounding over the edge of plywood and rounding over the edge of a full piece of wood, and the difference is insane. I'm not sure I would ever round over plywood again, but the bottom one, like a solid piece of wood, when you round it over, oh my God, it looks so beautiful. So another lesson learned. I trace the grooves into the front and back pieces so I can route them the same and then slide the dividers into their little slots. I added wood glue, which I got a wood glue applicator on Amazon, which I am so excited about. But I added wood glue and clamped my faces down, and then brad nailed them in to the bottom piece. I then fit in and secured the sides, and here I learned a valuable lesson about clamping. I clamped the tops and the bottoms, and I thought that would be enough and I could push the sides together, and I could not. When I finished it, there were gaps. It wasn't as strong as I wanted it to. So now I understand the importance of clamping it down from the top and clamping it down from the sides and making sure that everything is super snug and put together. And then I was able to slide in the dividers and finish up the drawer. And here is where we will watch all of my hopes and dreams get crushed. Enjoy! Okay, so I've cut the spacers down to size, like I did for my last set of drawers. Uh-oh. I did not account. Oh, shit. I did not account for the hinge. Oh, no. Oh, boy. So somewhere in the process, I measured wrong and I made the drawer too big. And because I got cocky, because the last drawer came out so great, I didn't fit it piece by piece like I did with the other drawer. Like I should have. So now I have to figure out if there's a way to salvage this project. And I'm not sure there is. And I'm so mad at myself because I took the time, and I should have just taken the extra time to come upstairs and slide everything into the kitchen to make sure that I went the way that it was supposed to go. But these are learning lessons, and when I tell you I've learned so much from this stupid project, never again. Never again. Probably again, but never again. I'm gonna fix this. I'm not gonna spend any more money on this. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna take it apart. And I'm gonna fix it. As a punishment for not being smart. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to make this a two-parter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, if you guys enjoy my content, do me a favor and subscribe and like and do all the things. And if you really enjoy it, then you watch some more right here or right here. That'd be great. Other than that, yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.